Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with none other than Jose Ramirez. Jose, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Michelle.
First of all, never seen you in camp before, and you're hitting that bag mighty hard. You're very strong, very dangerous. You have a big fight coming up, and it's
The biggest fight in my career.
I was going to say, would you consider that? I mean, I know it is for the undisputed, but sometimes some guys would say, no, I've had tougher challenges or whatnot. So you would call this the most dangerous fight of your career, or important?
Yeah, well, more important for sure. But it is a fight that, I'm going in, and I hear, a very 50-50, a side to the story on who's going to win. Josh Taylor is he's a good champion. And it's for all the belts, so it's definitely an important fight for me, for my family, for my career, for my team. And it's going to open up the doors for, to be a future Hall of Famer. This type of fight, to be the first Mexican-American, first Mexican descendant to become undisputed in the history of boxing. So it's definitely a big fight.
When you say it out loud, right, that added pressure, how are you handling it all at the moment?
I'm very composed, Michelle. I'm the type of guy who likes to do my work in the gym, and when I'm out training, I'm just a family guy. I like the slow life. I don't like the crazy, life that's that a lot of famous people, fast paced, a lot of celebrities live. I come to do my job, and I'm very motivated. I'm very inspired, But yeah, I feel very composed, I feel very mellow and very calm, just focusing on what I need to do in my part, and I'm not really worried about the fight. The fight still feels so far away, and I'm taking it day by day and just pushing myself.
Do you try to avoid what people write and say about this fight?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes you come across, obviously I'm on I get in on social media once in a while, and you see the comments, you can't get away from all of them, but I see a 50-50, and it's just I just smile and close the application and and focus and relax, and I feel very confident within myself, and at the end of the day, it's what you believe and it's what your team believes, and it's I feel like there's so much of me that people still don't know, and there's so much confidence within myself. There's when I'm hitting the heavy back, when I'm hitting the mitts, when I'm sparring, I always find a way to take control, and I seem to impress people, and it isn't until you're in front of me when you realize how good of a fighter I am. So I have a lot of faith in myself, and I'm staying very faithful to myself, to my faith, to my team, and again, I'm inspired.
This win could really catapult you in a way that I don't think either one of you could quite really understand until you're there, but it can also help you push the endeavors that you're working towards. You're very heavily involved in charity, giving back to community. So how important is it for you to be able to ensure that you can have that opportunity to really sort of push everything even harder?
I've done so much outside the ring, and
A lot of people don't know that. Unless they follow you, they don't know how much you're actually doing, outside of the ring.
I try my best to share the glory with my people, and and those that need it the most, and I come from a very basic lifestyle, and a very small community, and a farming community, and no one has more than the other, and there's not much jealousy, there's not much sensitive people, everyone works, everyone doesn't complain, and everyone doesn't think they're all that, and I love being, and from that part, being around that type of atmosphere, and I try to help out as much as I can, and I'm always going to continue helping out as much as I can, and I think I could see how motivated and hopeful people feel when I go back to them and give back, because I'm a champion, so I know as I continue to be a champion, and it helps, with giving that hope to the community, and inspiring people to do better, because they have an undefeated world champion, someone that hasn't tasted defeat in the professional career, so back home, everybody feels very, everyone sees me as a very strong, big-hearted person that, is not going to take a step back, and you know, and I appreciate that. And I feed off their positive energy and the positive vibes, and I'm looking forward to this fight, Michelle. I think, you know, you're right. No one really knows. I really don't know how big this fight is going to be if I am victorious, how much my life is going to change. I could almost taste it though, you know, and for a quick second, and then, you know, and then kind of jump back to reality. Yeah, go back to reality and be like, you know what, you can't taste it yet. You know, you got to work hard and take it one day at a time. But you're right. I can't really see my life from the day after that fight. You know, I just from here to the fight. That's the only thing I'm focused on.
There's talks of, you know, win or lose. Are you wanting to stay at 140 or are you wanting to go up to 147?
It depends how my body feels. You know, I'm getting.
Do you make 140 comfortably?
I do, because I try to be very disciplined. So my nutrition, I work really, really hard. So I'm very disciplined. But I think my body also sometimes, it's asking me that it's time for me to go to the next weight class. You know, I'm 5'10", and I got a pretty. I'm a lean guy, but I'm pretty wide. I'm heavy boned. So I think, who knows? I could probably be a better 147 pounder if I let my body grow and develop and mature more. Because right now, obviously, I keep it together and try to maintain myself low. Not put too much weight on. But just depending on how the fight, how this fight goes, doing weight and stuff like that, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, hold on. I am 5'6", and I can't get my ass lower than 160 pounds. I'm not even joking. You can make 140 comfortably? You need to give me your tips.
Well, it's not it's not easy. It's not easy. I got to work really, really hard, and the weight cuts, could get a little tough sometimes, but
and you're 5'10", you're 4 inches taller than me.
Yeah, I think it's we don't have what you guys have, though. We don't have those type of curves, women, they have, you guys have those curves that, us men don't have. But I try to, work hard and really be careful on my nutrition and if you were to ask me to do it this week, I wouldn't be able to. Something grows in me on fight week that brings something out of me, and it's hard to explain, but I don't know how I'm able to go through that, through that work that I go through, and it's not easy, I think for any fighter it's not easy to make weight. I think it's probably the hardest part to do in boxing, but that's what I'm saying. I think, I've been in 140 for most of my career, so I think, if I let myself go to 147, I think I could possibly be a much stronger and not lose the speed and do well.
Teofimo said he wants the winner.
Teofimo's saying a lot of things.
You don't think he'll move up?
Well, I'm sure he's gonna want to move up, but I just think he's saying a lot of things. He had a great win. But we're not worried about Teofimo at all. I'm focusing on me and Josh Taylor.
So, Rick, love Rick, by the way. Shout out to Rick. Rick always has a lot to say about Josh Taylor. Seems like he really doesn't like him. Do you have animosity to him, or are you like he's just an opponent in front of you?
He's just an opponent in front of me. Okay. Yeah, and Rick.
No hard feelings, no.
Rick respects all fighters, but Rick is he's a clown sometimes, just like some fighters act sometimes. They're just clowning, At the end of the day, I respect the sport. I respect everyone that goes in there and fights. It's not an easy sport, And people don't seem to have any sympathy for the fighters until a fighter gets hurt. Until they really get hurt. So I really don't like to. There's already a lot of people who disrespect us as fighters. I don't want to be someone else adding to that. So there's already a lot of fans who disrespect people in the business, and they find it easy to make certain comments, and they hurt people's feelings, and we're humans at the end of the day, So I don't want to add to that.
Good for you. Josh Taylor is pretty confident he can knock you out. He said it several times in different interviews. Would you like to respond to that?
Well, I'm pretty confident I could knock him out too. I'm pretty confident that he's never faced someone like me. I'm I'm gonna be ready, and we'll see. We'll see May 22nd.
Well, I know I'm excited. Tickets are already booked. So I'm ready for Vegas. And it's great because you know what? 2021 seems to be sort of setting the tone for undisputed fights. You notice that?
See that, man? Canelo's right behind it, right behind this fight. I'm sure he's chasing the same thing, the same goal. That's good. That's good for boxing. You're right. This May is a big month for boxing. Got Andy Ruiz May 1st, you got Canelo May 8th, and then you got us May 22nd, and then you might see Mikey on later that month too. So, it's a good year. It's just starting off pretty good with big fights. So, again, I just want to thank all the support from all the fans, and even those who are supporting Josh Taylor. You have all the right to support Josh Taylor, and I'll see you guys May 22nd. It's going to be a fight you guys don't want to miss.
Yeah, don't be mean online. I've noticed that people are really vile online.
You come across, and I really don't get that much negative comments, but I see, other fighters getting a lot of negative comments, and then when you see, again, you see a fighter get hurt, and then you see comments, people feeling sympathy until a fighter gets hurt, and then, they're saying he was a warrior, that fighter was a warrior, or for a lot of the great fighters who passed away, they say, oh, he was a great legend, he was, show the same respect now, because it's not an easy sport. But again, freedom of speech to all you guys.
No, honestly, it's not. I respect you guys so much for what you do. I could never, ever do it. And for that reason is the exact reason why I never have an opinion about anyone's performances, and I do not make predictions because I don't feel like I'm in a position to do that unless you've been someone who's been in the ring and you've experienced it yourself. But I mean, to each their own, but it's the reason why I don't.
No, it's all good. You asked me why, I don't talk bad about people. I just don't, but I have a great family. I have a great team, and I have a great life, and I'm happy. I'm a happy guy, and I'm proud. Yeah.
Congratulations on your baby. You just had a baby?
Yeah, she came out healthy, 7 pounds and 3 ounces. Her name is Catalina. Beautiful. She came out very beautiful. She's very healthy, and Mama's doing good too. She's very healthy too, and they're back at home. Mateo's 5 years old now too, so he's getting bigger, and the family's growing, and they're very supportive. My family's not a big boxing fan. They don't follow any other boxer but me. They might watch certain boxing fights, if we all get together and watch, some of my teammates and some of the big fights in boxing. But at the end, they just they support me, and then they let me do my job, and it's a good feeling to have a family like that. Very supportive, very lovable.
Well, look, I wish you nothing but the best come May 22nd. I would like to ask you really quickly what your thoughts are on Canelo versus Saunders and who you favor in that fight.
Well, it's going to be a good fight. I think Sanders brings something new to the table. He's a very confident guy, it seems. He's going to try to get under Canelo's skin. It seems like he's doing that. And Canelo, right now, though, he just finds himself in the peak of his career. He's just so confident in his ability, and he's developed so much as a fighter. He has great defense. He has great power. All I can say is it's going to be hard to beat Canelo. It's going to be hard to beat a guy like Canelo right now. But it's a good fight. I'll definitely be watching it.
You think it goes to the distance?
It might go to the distance. It just depends. How prepared Sanders comes. He's a good boxer. And he can move around and box really well. But again, I think Canelo he's a little strong, too strong right now. So if he lands a good shot, that might slow Sanders down. He might be able to stop him, but who knows? It's going to be a good fight. We'll see what happens.
Stacked May. It's a stacked May. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. Go ahead and go home, get your rest, and continue your training. And I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and do an interview with me. So thank you very much. Bye, Fight fans. Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else